Hii ni statement of fact. Tangu tupate uhuru, president amekuwa Mkikuyu ama Mkalenjin. Ukweli ama uongo? Hatuko na jamii 43, si ndio? Hii laana hii nani anavunja? Watu wanasema Waluhya ni wengi, Waluhya kama walalamiki, wengine walalamika namna gani? Na mimi ni komando. Mambo ya kutisha tulimaliza kitambo, hakuna kutisha mimi. Hakuna hiyo. Yule anataka kutisha mimi ajipange vizuri. Ama namna gani?
After NATEMBEYA getting attacks from the system, when I talk about the system, I mean dictator William Ruto. We all know that during the burial of Moses Wetangula's mother, NATEMBEYA was one of the people who came out and told William Ruto to his face that he should stop abductions. And ever since then, he has been getting beatings from the system. Everyone from the UDA, all government honchos have been attacking NATEMBEYA. And NATEMBEYA is also digging in. In fact, he's coming out to say that he doesn't fear anyone. NATEMBEYA came out to announce bad news to the Kenya Kwanza regime, that he's not intimidated, to an extent that he knows that they're planning an impeachment motion against him. Because normally in Kenya, when you want to make a governor tone down, or to make a governor cut side, one of the things you are supposed to do is to threaten him with impeachment, because impeachment in Kenya are being political. In fact, I urge the judiciary of Kenya to look into these things, to stop using the impeachment motion as a political tool, but rather people must come out with a clean charge sheet for one to be impeached. So Governor NATEMBEYA is coming out to tell the Kenya Kwanza government that he is not intimidated, that he doesn't fear even those plotting against him, and is ready to fight for the LUHYA nation. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the zeal of NATEMBEYA, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the certain materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, NATEMBEYA is a one-time governor of Trans-Nzoia. NATEMBEYA comes at a time when the LUHYA nation has a vacancy in the kingpinship. I keep on telling people that Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula failed to occupy that vacuum very well, to an extent that even when they supported William Ruto, they never gave the desired 70% vote which the LUHYA nation was supposed to give. It means that the people of the Western never followed these people. To be a kingpin, people must follow you. For example, Raila Amolo Odinga in the LUHYA nation, they follow him. If he says right, right. If he says left, left. When you go to Rift Valley, William Ruto commands the same when he says left, right. Okay? When you go to Central Kenya, the new kingpin is Rigathi Gachagua. Okay, he's taking the mountain by the storm. Yet when you come in the LUHYA nation, the second biggest voting basket, the two leaders who are considered to be one of the most experienced cannot sway the LUHYA vote. So it is time for young leaders like NATEMBEYA, and by the way, it gives out a sweet message to the LUHYA nation, and he is indeed right. Okay, now since the LUHYA nation never voted for William Ruto, and NATEMBEYA by all signs show that he's leaning towards Rigathi Gachagua, so the system is fighting him. They are threatening him with impeachment. Although he's coming out to say that he doesn't fear anything. In fact, NATEMBEYA said these statements.
So watu wetu wa Trans-Nzoia, mimi ningependa kuambia kitu kimoja. Kaunti yetu imeanza kufufuka. Ilikuwa ndani ya shimo. Kuna kazi kubwa ambayo tunafanya. Iko watu wanaanza kuleta fitina. Watu wako na kaunti yao, wanaita viongozi wetu, wanapeleka kule Eldoret, wanasema muende mkaimpeach NATEMBEYA. Ninyi mtakubali maneno kweli bwana? Hakuna mtu yoyote ambaye ako na ruhusa ya kupangia kaunti nyingine. Watu wa focus kwenye kaunti zao, si ndio? Sisi tu focus kwenye kaunti yetu. Na mimi nikisema kwamba watu wetu wako na matatizo, wako na umaskini, hakuna ajira, tunakuliwa na vitu chafu yote, hiyo sio makosa ama namna gani? Nikisema nataka kuinua watu yangu ni makosa kweli? Katiba ya Kenya inatukubali kufanya mambo hiyo. Sisi hatuogopi, na mimi nataka watu wetu wa Kimini ni mkae kangari ama namna gani? Kimini ni mupo? Ama mnatingika? Mnatingika? Sisi hatutaki mchezo. Na mimi ni komando. Mambo ya kutisha tulimaliza kitambo, hakuna kutisha mimi. Hakuna hiyo. Yule anataka kutisha mimi ajipange vizuri ama namna gani?
That is George Natembeya. So, I think Natembeya knows what he's doing. And it will be even more worse if these traitors, the dictators of UDA, come out to impeach him. Remember, Natembeya is on that Kenya ticket. Is a minority in Trans Nzoia. So if they bring a impeachment motion, they will create another Gachagua, another storm in the LUHYA nation. And trust me, I keep on telling people that if the LUHYA nation unites with the Central Kenya, they will be in State House by 6 a.m. Okay? The reason I'm saying this is that if the Central Kenya usually unites with Rift Valley, which is almost the third biggest, they always come out as winners. What about the biggest voting basket and the second biggest voting basket uniting? Okay? So this is what RUTO fears. Okay? So they are coming out to fight Natembeya because it's opening the eyes of the LUHYA nation. The message it gives out is so sweet. Because normally when you go in the voters and you speak the way Natembeya speaks for the community, you galvanize the community. Okay? And he keeps on promising them that they must produce a presidential candidate. In fact, at a certain rally, Natembeya came out and said that it is time to start preparing for a LUHYA presidency. In the equation right now, it's very hard to get a LUHYA presidency because William Ruto is the president, a man, Kindiki, the deputy president. It means that in the equation, a LUHYA presidency is not there. For one to near the presidency, at least he must be a deputy president. And all signs show that Gachagua may work with Natembeya. In fact, I pray that Gachagua's impeachment case is not upheld so that he can pick a running mate, either Natembeya or Kalonzo Musyoka. But I may prefer Natembeya to solidify the win. In fact, even Natembeya came out to say that he's ready to make a LUHYA presence anytime. In fact, he said these statements.
I'm in statement of fact. Tangu tupate uhuru, president amekuwa Mkikuyu ama Mkalenjin, ukweli ama uongo? Hatuko na jamii 43, si ndio? Hii laana hii nani anavunja? Watu wanasema Waluhya ni wengi, Waluhya kama walalamiki, wengine walalamika namna gani? Tumesema kama Waluhya lazima tulalamike. Twende kwa hiyo meza, tufungue barabara, jamii zingine pia tukue marais wa Kenya hii. Ama namna gani watu? Tuko pamoja watu wetu. Hii maneno watu wengine wanaongeanga usiku, wanafungia kwa nyumba wanapanga maneno. Sisi mimi naongea mbele ya watu kwa sababu Waluhya tumechanganyikiwa, tumetapatapa kila mahali. Lazima tuongee, tukumbushane, si ndio? 2017 tunaenda kufanya mambo ambayo haijawahi fanyika Kenya hii. Tunaenda kuweka kura moja yetu kwa debe moja, si ndio? Alafu muone mahali tutaenda. Alafu kila mtu atapata haki yake, si ndio? Hakuna kufinya mtu, kila mtu atapata haki yake. Nepo kurukanga ndisafu. So kurukana ndesi mbotawe. Napoza bantu befwe nataka Kenya hii kwa nje ambayo kila mtu anafurahia kuwa ndani yake. Ama namna gani? Kwa hivyo mambo ya ufisadi tunasema nini? Tawe. Ukabila. Tawe. Mapendeleo. Tawe. Umasikini. Tawe. Tunasema tawe. Kwa hii mambo yote ya kugawa watu na kufinya watu wengine chini tumesema nini? Tawe. Serikali kubwa kuleta majukumu yote katika counties, alafu inakuamilia pesa Nairobi, tunasema nini? Tawe. Pesa kuchelewa kuja kufika mashinani ili watoto wapate pesa, tunasema nini? Tawe. Haya.
That is George Natembeya. So you clearly see that the system fears George Natembeya for what he gives out to the LUHYA people, making them awake. The system doesn't like this. And I may not be surprised in the near future, it may be. They may try to impeach him and it will be a disaster. Okay? What maybe William Ruto should do is to entice Natembeya. Other than that, it will be very hard because Natembeya is very poised positioned. Okay, it comes from the Bukusu. Bukusus are the majority in the Western. The reason as to why even Mudavadi failed to ascend where it's supposed to be, it comes from the Maragoris. Maragoris are the minority in the larger Western Kenya. So a Maragoris cannot be a kingpin of the Luhya nation. And a person who was well poised, and that is Moses Wetangula, comes from the Bukusu as Speaker of Parliament, the third most biggest office. In fact, Mudavadi's office was just created. He doesn't even have a retirement benefit. The person who is poised to take charge is Moses Wetangula, just that he doesn't have ambitions to becoming president. So Natembeya is poised to change the tide in the Western region. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.